Hey guys, welcome to this video where we're going to check out how to play like Hendrix. Now this is not an advanced lesson. If you want to learn the exact nuances of Hendrix's rhythm playing, that is something we can check out in a future video with an advanced look at his playing. But this is for people who are new to Hendrix's style of rhythm guitar playing and kind of want to get into, that whole vibe where he kind of mixes rhythm and lead guitar playing together. So that is what we're going to check out. We're going to keep this focused more to, I'd say, intermediate, advanced beginners to intermediate, but not advanced players. People who have been playing for a while, but they now want to go ahead and just kind of branch out of the typical electric guitar rhythm stuff and check out some Hendrix guitar playing. So what I'm going to do right now is I've composed a very simple riff in the key of G, which is basically G, A, B minor. So those are the three chords, G, A, B minor. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at three different approaches how I can add some chord embellishments. Now let's just talk about that word real quick. What is an embellishment? Well, kind of a synonym for the word embellishment is like adding an ornamentation. It's like adding something to a chord or to something just to kind of make it look or make it sound a little bit better, right? So it's adding some frills and fills, if you will. So let's just say this is a D chord. If I go like this, those are embellishments. It's essentially a D chord, but I'm adding and taking away some notes to embellish that chord. And that is exactly what happens when I play this Hendrix style. So let's check out the first example. All right, so that is literally just three chords, G, A, B minor. And then what am I doing? Well, I'm just adding these embellishments like I've just mentioned with a very specific kind of a rhythmic pattern and some articulation techniques there in order to get me into that Hendrix vibe. So let's look at the chords first of all. Now I'm playing a G chord like this. Instead of a bar chord like this, putting my thumb on G here, on the 3rd fret of the E string, and then I'm just playing 5, 7, 3, 3 on the D, G, B, and E strings. And then I had the same for A, the same for B minor. So this is G, move up 2 frets higher for A, and moved up 2 frets higher for a B minor, which is just the thumb on 7, and then my first finger playing the 7th frets on the D, G, B, and E strings. So that's something that Hendrix did, because if you use your thumb to play this low note here, you have your pinky available to do some of these embellishments. All right, so what did I do here is I actually didn't use my pinky for the example I showed you, but I just played the following rhythmic pattern on G. That's all I did. And then for A, and then the same for B minor. And then everything else that I played was just fills in between. So let me play just the chords without any of the fills, and then a second time around I'll add in the fills, just so that you can hear the vibe of this progression. And yeah, the fills, here you go. So let's check out what I did there. Is I played the 3rd frets of the E and B strings together. But then I hammered onto the 3rd fret on the B string with my 3rd finger, as well as a pull off. And then I played the 5th fret on the G string. Alright, so I have the chordal part first of all. And then that's my little fill there. And then I also did the same fill here. From 4 to 5, back to 4, and then 5 on the D string. But then, of course, it doesn't sound that full if I just play the single note. So therefore, I added the 3rd fret on the B string when I play these notes on the G string. All right. So what I'm doing there is I'm picking the 2 notes together, and then I'm hammering, pulling off, and then picking the note on its own on the G string. So very slowly that'll be. And then I do the play frets 4 and 3 together, and then I do a hammer on, a pull off, and I pick 5 on the D. And then I do the same thing for A. And I do the same thing for B minor, except after I play the chord, I play the fill on slightly different strings. So I play 7 on the B and G strings together, hammer to 9, pull off to 7, and then play 9 on the D. And then the same thing, play 7 and 7 together on the D and G strings, hammer to 9 on the D, pull off to 7 on the D, and then play 9 on the A. So of course there I played something slightly different. The notes were the same, but I just played my rhythmic pattern slightly different. And that really is all there is to the basic concept of what Hendrix was doing. Of course, there's way more subtleties and nuances in the way he played it, but at the end of the day, he played the chord like this, and then you can just add in all of your fills. And if you use these kind of double stop approach, that was very prevalent in his playing. He liked to use that kind of thing all over the show. So there you go. That is a quick introduction if you are new to Hendrix's playing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to play through that line or that progression a couple of times, but I'm going to vary the rhythmic vibe behind what I'm doing, just so you can see how by changing just the rhythmic side of it, it can drastically change the sound of the actual riffs. And then I might even throw in a couple of fills or a couple of different things just to, you know, get into a little bit more of that authentic sound that Hendrix was used to doing when he used these embellishments in his playing. So let's hear what that sounds like. Here we go. All right, so there you go. This was meant to be an introduction to the Hendrix approach. So this is by no means a definitive video on his style of rhythm playing, but if you are new to Hendrix and you'd like to get involved in some of that amazing stuff that he played, there's a quick look at how we can deconstruct his playing style using the main building blocks. And there's obviously a ton more things that you can do when it comes to Hendrix's playing. So if there's a need for it, I'm happy to go ahead and create a workshop around more of Hendrix's style of playing and going into more of the in-depth details of that. So if you are interested in checking out a workshop for this Hendrix style of playing, just check the link in the comment section below. There's somewhere we can go ahead and sign up for the waiting list. And if there's enough people that say, hey man, please show us how to play more like Hendrix, cover some songs, and then just show us the rhythm stuff, some lead stuff, the kind of tone to use, we'd love to check out more Hendrix playing, kind of geared more towards intermediate players and not really go do the full Monty and diving into exactly all of the the exact style of playing like Hendrix, because that's going to take a bit of time. All right, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead, check out the link in the comment section. That'll be able to take you to the registration page to put your name on a waiting list for the Hendrix workshop. And then also just give this video a like, a thumbs up, and let me know in the comments below if you enjoy this kind of thing. Then I'll go ahead and film more stuff like this. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.